All right. All right. What's in this podcast? Episode 89, I think it might be 90, but another special episode. My man Ayo and Waiter.
You done messed my name up, bro.
I mess up everybody's name. That's like the new thing of the show. I mess up the number of the show and the name of the person. Like for some whatever reason, I got too much going on. But man, welcome back to the show, bro.
Man, it's been a minute.
It's an epic episode because you're like one of the first people that helped me get everything kind of started with the podcast.
Bro, I remember because I remember the first time we was doing. I think we was in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
We was in a hotel, and then we was in a hotel. We was talking about America's Best Hotel. We was sitting there talking, and I was like, "Yo, you getting paid for these joints?" He was like, "Nah, I ain't really charging." And I was like, "Look, man, look. I think I paid you like $50 just to get you to start. You know what I'm saying? Start at 7, pay before you work, man. So I do remember that.
Yep, definitely, yo. You got me on the right track. You helped us when we came to here, and then you helped set up in the studio we had there. That pretty much got me and Brandon going, and we learned how to do certain little things. So we definitely appreciate that. So we gotta definitely give praise to him for helping us start the show. So what's been going on, bro? What's been new?
Life.
Hell
a lot of stuff has been happening, man. First and foremost, I'm having a son.
Hell yeah.
My fiance sitting over there, if y'all can see it.
Yeah, congratulations.
You know what I'm saying? I made it from my girlfriend to my fiance. And she's 9 months pregnant. I think, was you like 38? How many weeks are you?
38 weeks and 5.
So anytime within this week, we could be having our son.
Yeah.
So life's been happening. Another thing is team building. My man's over there, Brian, Vacant Imagination.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Joined the team, what was it, like 2 years ago?
Like 2018.
Like 2018. And then 2020, we started a documentary called Ball Side Middle.
Okay.
Brooklyn basketball story. Now, when I tell you the ups and downs of trying to get a project completed and done, it has been real. We went through every emotion of just trying to see through a project just to get it to a position to where now it's ready.
Right.
And they know, just like I know, hold up, somebody called me, but they know just like I know, you know what I'm saying, it's all a journey, man.
Yeah.
Like, and it all goes to,
that's everything.
And I remember doing a video, posting it on my page, talking about, you got to make way for the evolution of yourself and your creativity, man. And that ball side middle period from like 2020 to 2021, man, it really kicked my butt, man. Because it's like it taught me that one, just like you and yourself, how you said you don't really have a team, nobody want to help you. But just like a lot of creators, you know what I'm saying, like we want a team, but we're not accustomed to being on the team because we so like one track minded at times. You know what I'm saying? That when you bring somebody else on, it's kind of like, do I feel comfortable enough to pass the responsibility of a vision? Yeah. So there was a lot of battling with that, a lot of creative minds in one room. Right. And it's just like it's like battling pride and ego. It's like, how do we all work together to where it can really, really work? Because we'll have moments where it's just like, it's not working with whether Mel and Brian be getting into it and I be getting into it with Mel because we all trying to implement our own ideas into one project. But all in all to say is that process, that journey, it allowed us, and I'll speak for myself, it allowed me to understand that you can't do it all by yourself and you have to be comfortable in just being still and trusting the universe that everything will work out.
Right. So you would say that you more have a problem with it's hard for you to let go of certain things, or when it's your baby, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a big part about it. And what I learned from that is when you don't trust yourself in a way to like, okay, I want to push this idea, or I want to be able to like give this idea and put it in somebody else's hands. That's basically like, it's the same thing of not trusting God.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not trusting in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have everything within inside of us, like the universe and God, and we are basically God in ourselves. So if I wasn't to trust you, what's that say about me?
Right. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? If I can't trust in somebody to help me do something, that's basically an insecurity within myself saying like, I don't think I trust myself to make this decision. You see what I'm saying? Trust is the stuff get deep, bro. I'm telling you. And other than just career and life, I'm talking about, bro, when you sit there and look at the grand scheme of things, bro, everything just be happening for a reason. And then sometimes because you know how it is when you're creative, you try to get stuff up and going and just the process, you will be so much in your head. And sometimes you be so much in your head that your allies may sometimes in your head be sometimes looked at as your enemies. Like, oh,
yeah,
are they against me at times?
Yeah,
like, how do I know their motives and all that other type of stuff? But that
happen.
all boils back down to you not having a mental fortitude.
Right.
Or just that mental stability, which, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have the mental stability, you damn sure ain't going to have the emotional stability to really process what's really going on, man.
Right.
And life will put you through. But you got to be mindful of it. You got to be mindful.
That's definitely a fact.
Hopefully I answered your question. I'll start.
Oh yeah, bro. Keep on,
I might
bro.
take over the
That's what the show's about. You're supposed to give him the wisdom, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, the wisdom that you gave me and Brandon, give the people that same thing. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that's what you've been for real since I met you. You've always, you know, given good energy, good wisdom. And really just been a person people can go to for advice.
And it was wild too. My man's Brian, we was having a conversation the other day because even he say he's interviewing and stuff like that. And I was just, and he had said, he's like, man, I'm interviewing people more so for myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like with you taking on interviews, it's like what is it that you're trying to learn about yourself for why you feel you need to do podcasts and talk to other people?
Mostly for me, bro, is I'm learning about, because I'm been interviewing a lot of business people, a lot of people who have like they thinking different in their mind, you know what I'm saying, elevated thinkers. So the more people I talk to, the more knowledge I get, the more, even like today, for instance, right? I woke up today and like you said, the creative shit, sometimes you wake up, you like, man, fuck, I don't feel like doing none of this shit. But I knew your energy was going to take, you know what I'm saying? I knew as soon as I get around certain people and I interview certain people, it always gets me to another level. So I like to talk to people, get knowledge from people, and also help other people who are watching get the knowledge. Like this show is, you know, like when we first started, the niche is all about learning about people's niche and seeing how they got to that point. And maybe, you know, you might learn some things with the way they're thinking, like how to deal with bad days on the come up, different things like that.
And the thing is, and I hear that. So it's like, it's just the question in my head is like, what are you seeking?
What am I seeking?
No, honestly, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're saying like you're talking to business people, you're talking to people like-minded people or people that think the way that you possibly want to adopt. But in return, it's just like, you're doing all that for what? Like, what is it within you that's seeking something? Do you know what I'm saying? Is there a spot in your life? Is there a void you're trying to fill? So the more you talk, the more information you receive, so you can output. You know what I'm saying? Like what is it that you kind of see?
I don't know. I think honestly, that's the first time. Really,
and be honest, goddamn. Don't be sitting there being all timid because you on camera. No, be honest.
I really haven't thought about it. Yo, when I like really break it down, like I know, I love. For one, I'm not a good talker. Like you know me. I'm not the best. I'm like a shy person. So okay, so I'm going to break that down. You say you're not a good talker, so you're making yourself talk to become a better talker. So that's one thing that you're seeing. Okay, so that's one thing. That could be one thing right there, because this does put me in a space where I have to open up. I have to talk. You know what I'm saying? And it's a place where I actually I've always wanted to be an open book. You know what I'm saying? To be able to really express myself instead of being quiet, you know, the quiet nigga in the room and shit. Like,
no, quick question. Okay, the quick question. We can get back to that.
So you're gonna let him lead his podcast.
No, I'm sorry. This is just, I'm literally just curious. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so you said you're shy. So, okay, so if nobody was to know you, what do you feel like is something that people can look at you and say, oh, he's shy? Like, what's another form of language that you don't necessarily speak about, but without you even saying the word, people can look at you and be like, oh, he's shy?
It'll probably be because in most situations, when everybody's like engaged in conversation, like if I don't know people, I ain't comfortable, I probably won't say nothing at all. So they gonna be like, okay, that's the quiet nigga in the room. You know what I'm saying? But I'm around people that I know and I'm used to, then, you know, I talk. You know what I'm saying?
Are you comfortable now?
Yeah, for the most part.
Are you sure you're comfortable?
Yeah, for the most part. Besides the cameras.
No, I'm just only reason I'm saying that is because I'm looking at your body language. You know what I'm saying? You're hunched over, y'all. When you're talking, sometimes you look down. That lets me know, as you know what I'm saying, even as a guest or even as a viewer, he may not be as comfortable as he say. Man, relax. You know what I'm saying? Lean back. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Put your leg up or something.
But that's also the camera stuff. Like, because sometimes, you know, when you on the camera, you know you want to you got to say the right things. And
no,
you look a certain way. So like,
relax, man. Loosen your shoulders up, goddamn. I ain't the goddamn police. Relax. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now I feel better.
Okay.
Also, I ain't getting my blunt this morning.
Okay, you should have thought ahead of time. Okay, back to the podcast. I just had a thought. I'm sorry,
bro. Whatever.
I feel so comfortable where I'm at right now.
This is your episode, man.
I'm just saying.
Whatever you want to do, we doing. If we gonna interview me, we can interview me. You know what I'm
saying? I'm gonna talk about my age. Okay, we gonna talk about me, guys.
I know about you, man.
I'm joking.
So yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it. Why I want to do this, man, and I want to expand on the whole channel. Go to my TV, add other shows. My mom got a show coming where she's talking to more on life coaching and more on the mental health type of side of things. I got another show that me and OZ, OZ,
yeah, OZ.
Yep. We got a jump. It's called Let's Keep It 100, and it's pretty much we talking about man shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We got into that atmosphere.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy, man? I'm saying as you're saying that, it's like I'm seeing a lot of myself within that. You know what I mean? Like you got your mom involved. You know what I'm saying? You're looking to build these channels to initially put on the network.
I was going to ask you stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
I was going to ask you about your mom's helping. Because they, our moms are similar, yo.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like, bro, it's like, it feels like what you're looking to do, not even what you're looking to do, what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, is aligned, honestly, with kind of the same things that I'm looking to do, that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You want to, go ahead.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. As you were speaking to him about that, my first thought came to, do you see in him what you were previously? Back away.
And I see, what your mom was saying, I see the things that you were doing now, you know what I'm saying, in myself, when I don't even want to put a time limit on it.
Right.
Just from an evolutionary standpoint, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I see that. I see the just doing what you got to do to get it off the ground and keep growing. I do see even the relationship differences that you had with certain people that we were speaking about off camera. When we was talking about, I know where you've been. I know that spot. You know what I'm saying? That's basically like, let's just say that's like a level of frequency where a lot of people you have to pass through, just like a seed. You have to pass through that just in order to get to the blooming stage. You see what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying about why I can kind of see a lot of the similarities is because it's like what you're looking to do is like you're looking to develop and build your own platform, your own network.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been on that for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is like, and it's admirable traits that, you know what I'm saying, that I see that's like, yo, like, if we really was to sit down and figure something out, we can put it together.
Yeah.
But then, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, the minds have to be on the same wavelength in order to really for it to come to life. You know what I'm saying? But that's a beautiful thing. Yeah. I'm listening.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. So tell us about Chillin' Network, man. That's your thing, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, this is Chillin' is my thing, but I feel like Chillin' is our thing. You know what I mean? Like before starting out, you know what I'm saying, it was more so like I want to build a platform. And at the time it was like, okay, I want to use it for like music videos and all this other type of stuff. But then at the same time, as going back to the whole evolutionary process of a thought and an idea, man, everything just kind of like developed to like a consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like Chillin' is like a consciousness, the conscious healing learning network. You know what I'm saying? I won't talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So they listening to my conversation. Nah, but Chillin' being a conscious healing learning network, man, it's just like I'll sit there and think about all these conscious thoughts, subconscious thoughts, and all these things that just dive into and all these downloads that I get, and ideas that I want to take on, and it's like, how do I take everything from the podcasting, from music videos and editing, and just sitting there having talks and podcast talks? How do I take that and make a thing, right? So when I was sitting there back in, I think back in like high school, when I started filming, I started just picking up the camera, and I was literally just chilling with my friends. You know what I'm saying? And I filmed, and then I edited the video, and I was like, I need to call this something. So I called it Chilling, because I was just specifically just chilling. You know what I'm saying? But then as time went on and I started doing more videos, I started stamping it. I took the eyes out of Chilling because the eyes were more so related to ego. And I was like, I don't want no ego related with this. So let me just spell the CHLN, as you can see on the head. And then from the evolutionary standpoint of that right there, it just started to evolve, man. Like the ideas that I say that I have is more so like I want to develop a network. You know what I'm saying? But I always want this like cinematic. I want this cool. I want this dope vibe. But I want it to feel conscious. Because I feel like as human beings and even just as souls in general, we came here to Earth for a reason, and the reason is to help develop and spread and expand the consciousness on the planet. Now, however you decide to do that is however you decide to do that.
Yep.
Mine is just more so like creativity and just filming and music. I can never stay away from the music, so I'm just trying to figure out a way. But not even trying to. I figured out a way to make that happen, and then it's just evolving it, man. Like really just pushing it forward, figuring out the kinks and all that, going through the long days, trying to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like it's the process, man. But you'll find a lot of the most beautiful times in the process because you're gonna go through them dark ass damn days. Yeah. Then I'm tired. You say, hey, I tell you, this is some dark ass shit. Yeah. That you go through.
I feel what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? But if you think about having to go through the darkness, think about it like childbirth. You in that damn womb, it's dark as hell. Yep. And you going through that canal. You know what I'm saying? That canal may be the scariest thing because you don't know what to expect on the other side. But as soon as you get on the other side, what you see light, you can breathe. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like everybody's in that canal stage. You know what I'm saying? And then some people don't get to make it to that point because they scared, they're afraid, they want to stay in the womb. They don't want to give themselves time to grow. Right. And it may be all metaphorically speaking and whatnot. Like, nah, you're right, man. But I'm just saying, if you really think about it, you know what I'm saying? Ideas have to go from one dimension, which is what thought, 2 dimensions, being write it down on paper, to the 3rd dimension, for it to really manifest. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's just in this stage, and honestly, we're like where the social consciousness is right now in the world. I know you heard about like 2012 being the end of the world and all that type of stuff. People think it's all figuratively and like, no, it's about the social consciousness has shifted. And everybody's probably feeling this pressure of like, yo, you either gonna do it or get off the damn pipe. We ain't got no time for BSing. And as you can tell, as you decide to grow, people are going to fall off and fade away. Now you can't get mad at that. They may be your best friends, but fuck them. Everybody can't go with you. You know, so all that I'm speaking about, you know what I'm saying, it just goes inside of chilling because it's the evolution, it's taking ideas and thoughts and using this platform as a vessel to just kind of do my due diligence as a soul before I get up on out of here. Right. You know what I'm saying? And go to another planet and figure something else out. This is my vehicle. You know, if that makes any sense to what I'm saying at all.
It's your way of teaching. It's your way of teaching people. It's like like your classroom almost in a way.
Basically my classroom.
I definitely feel that, man. Tell me about, I wanted to ask you about like solely me, because one time I wanted to get on there at one point, because I want to learn about myself.
So you said one time you wanted to, or you don't want to do it no more?
I still want to.
I still want to. That's all you have to say.
Yeah. No, okay, so where did the whole concept of that start? And
so with solely me, I should have brought your book too. I was thinking about that.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna get you.
Okay.
So solely me started out as one of my mom's writing a book. My mom, she had one book before. I think it was called. It's about, I forgot the name of it, but she wrote it years ago. I was probably like 8, 9 when she published it. But this time she wanted to talk about her spiritual evolution and all the things that kind of went on in her life to get her to the point where she is right now. Right. And then, you know what I'm saying, the book is deep, man. Like, and it's like I'm reading this book, and it's like prime example. There's a page in the book, or there's a chapter in the book, and it's called 29. Age 29. Yeah. I just turned 30, so I'm 29 reading this joint.
28.
You see what I'm saying? And she dove into the book talking about how everything in her life was just crazy until she went to this one, I think, Catholic church, and she had went to the pews, and she was just sitting there, and then these 2, I don't know if they call them nuns, I don't want to call them nuns, but 2 nuns came up and approached her. They grabbed her by the side, and then they had brought her to this mirror for her to look at herself. And she said when she was looking at herself that she couldn't recognize who she was. It was like the soul looking at the body, not identifying with who the body is, but understanding who the soul was. And then she was kind of looking at, she described the 2 ladies. One was kind of tall, and then the other lady had kind of like black eyes. You know what I'm saying? So after that, she said, after she seen herself in the book, right? She said she just felt all this weight just fall off her, and she just broke down. Okay. Wow. And then she said after she did that, a week went by. She went back to the church, and when she was at the church, she was looking for those women again. But I think the pastor of the church says we don't have 2 women in this church that fit that description. Oh. And then she said at that moment she knew that she was being guided, and ever since then she turned her life around, got really heavy into the metaphysics. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying. But she'll talk about having out-of-body experiences, seeing her passed away, relatives and all that, and just trying to process and understand what that is. Because a lot of times we all go through that, but we're just not mindful of what it is that what's going on. But Solely Me, man, like I remember she had the idea for the book, and I was like, Mom, we gotta name it Solely Me. She's like, I kind of like that, James. I was like, yeah, that joint fire, ain't it? I was like, yeah. So what I decided to do, I was like, okay, a lot of times I have a lot of talk to my mom. We just sit there and talk. We talk metaphysics, spirituality, because I'm naturally interested in it.
Yeah.
I was brought up in it, so that's what I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Same.
That's what I know. Yeah. So it was just like, I wanted to just start filming these conversations we were having in the house, because I'm like, you know what? If I'm feeling as eager to want to hear this, I'm pretty sure other people are going to want to hear this too. Yeah. So I was like, okay, so let's film some content, put it out as Solely Me. So when people start seeing Solely Me, when you drop the book, people be like, okay, kind of hopefully boost sales. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of where the whole idea came from. But then it just, in my head, it's just like, okay, we got to do more with this. Now it's just trying to build a community, turn Solely Me into a TV show, a whole community, just because I know there's a lot more people like myself that are eager, that want to know about themselves from the spiritual side, or even just want to know about what the metaphysics and life and all the things have to play within each other. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I say. So I was trying to get my mom here too, but I know my little.
Oh yeah.
She's stubborn. I was gonna bring her up here, but I was like, no, I don't want to sit in the bed. I already knew she was gonna be on that time, bro. So
next time, definitely have her come on for an interview, man. Because that'll be dope. We definitely want to hear from her. I know her and my mom would probably have some good conversations.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man. So on the Solely Me, you were getting artists to come on there, or was it just anybody that was coming on there?
It was more so just anybody. You know what I mean? I guess I was using the people that were around me at the time.
Yeah, got you.
Just to kind of get content. Because everybody has their own personal things. Like I know we did one with Tyler. You know what I'm saying? But Tyler had something personal that he was kind of going through and kind of wanted to understand. So I was like, okay, let's just marry the two, put them together and see how the conversation goes. You know what I'm saying? And even with Basquiat, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to understand certain things about himself. So, hey, man, you meet my mom, we sit here talking, let's film it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's not really scripted, like, okay, let's talk about this, that, and the third. Just let the conversation flow. Just let it be natural. Because if you had, you know what I'm saying, a lot of curiosity within yourself, like, oh, I want to know about this. Then shoot, just talk about it. Right. You know what I'm saying? You might hear something, you might not, but you know what I'm saying? It's just you got to give yourself that chance just to, you know, be vulnerable.
Yep, man. As black men, man, that's something that we haven't really had the chance to do. You know what I'm saying? And I think now that's changing as we're getting into the, you know, the new years and whatnot.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's I just think it's all perspective, man. Like, there's people that are vulnerable. There's people that don't know how to be vulnerable, but at the same time, it's just like you have to. I think somebody has to be the catalyst for the vulnerability. Like, okay, like if you're not as vulnerable because you want to keep the facade up, I got it all under control, I'm mentally healthy. You know, no, not everybody got it together. But you got to be willing to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And that's just even simply